Anvesh.
Hi, Apurva. Yes,
Hi,
you're
Apurva.
audible.
Yes, you're
Apurva.
audible.
Yeah. So can we continue with the discussion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Anvesh, basically, overall, I have 16 years of experience in IT industry, and majorly with the data warehousing, ETL, data lake, then data quality, master data management, and data governance. So I've worked on different platforms like Informatica, Atacama, OneTrust, right? And I've already been into data quality, MDM, and data governance. So I was trying to understand how good would this SAP MDG would be because it also involves ABAP, right? But I think you mentioned that ABAP is not mandatory, right? So what kind of roles I can target? I mean, as a should I target a architect kind of a role with SAP MDG, or what kind of role basically I can target?
Okay. And next
So
question.
basically, I think you already know my background.
Yes. Any
So yeah,
follow-up
not
questions
Any
after
follow-up
that?
questions after that?
yeah, and in terms of the overall opportunities, both within India, outside India, and so I'm aware of these methodologies and work on ETL and all right, data lakes. So I just want to understand within if I consider SAP right, and especially SAP MDG, any complementary module also will I need to consider? What kind of opportunities with my experience, right? I can expect and I can target both within India and outside. And how easy or difficult would be the learning curve? I think you answered that, that it would not be that difficult. But maybe a bit more detail on this, right? Especially coming from non-SAP background would be much helpful.
Okay. So just give me a minute.
Just give me a minute. I'll share you some.
Sure.
So now if you see this company is into data space
Okay.
and partner with SAP and also Atacama.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Okay. And Bay Street as well, right? Because all these three is
Yeah,
the fundamental principle lies same.
correct. Yep.
You extract the data, you do the transformation, you do the data quality checks, you identify where are the loopholes in the data, you understand how you can get a better version of it, and help the companies to make sure they are having utmost quality of data by avoiding all the incompetent duplicates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I'm saying is no matter what tool that we are using, theoretically we are implementing the same concept. For example, if you are a PMO, right, you have your project management, you'll be able to implement with Jira, you'll be able to implement with the Microsoft project.
Correct. Yes.
But the way that you manage will be similar according to some XYZ guidelines.
Yes, correct.
Same thing even happens with MDG. But for example, as let's say if you're a fan of Hyundai vehicle, right? You always make sure that you get your vehicle service within Hyundai.
Correct.
And let's say if you want to add any components, you'll try to go with Hyundai additional accessories only.
Yeah. I'm actually owner of Hyundai.
Right?
Coincidentally.
Yeah. So similarly, when there is a customer who is implementing SAP, for him, if he had to add any other component to it, the best thing for him would be another SAP software, not something outside of SAP.
Achha, one thing, I'm interrupting you. Sorry for that, Anvesh. So basically, I had one of the projects for one of the biggest, so actually the largest insurance company of Europe. Okay, I think you can guess it, right? And that company was one for our project in my current company. And they had almost everything built up in SAP, and they were using IDMC, Informatica IDMC, for all their data integration, extraction, reference data management, master data management. I was wondering, when they had everything coming in from SAP, what use case they would have got to get their master data, reference data, everything in Informatica IDMC. So the recent wave that I can understand is one of the reason is your ECC to S4HANA migration that is ongoing, and there is a deadline for it, right? So one of the reason is I can understand this migration process and the deadline where this MDG becomes critical for your migration process as well. But the other case wherein everything is from SAP and then there is Informatica IDMC and then they're kind of building this use case. So I was just wondering why, when everything is in SAP ecosystem, why they would have went ahead and chosen Informatica IDMC.
There could be only two reasons for that, right? One, the time and cost of implementing MDG time and cost both, right? Because the implementation of MDG would be very expensive for the large companies like, who are already existing in the market for more than, 25, 30 years. And when you said insurance, definitely they have a lot of customer database. Similarly, you have a lot of vendors and, n number of article masters and material masters within their database. And again, being an insurance company, they cannot remove any policies which were created 10 years back, 15 years back, right? Because insurance is for next 30 years, 40 years, 1 year, 50 years. You have the term of an insurance is kind of a lengthy period, isn't it? So the historical data, the old master data is still important for them. When you have such kind of large volume of data, implementing MDG is kind of too expensive.
Okay, so the cost might be one of the reason you're saying, right?
Right. Cost, yeah, and also time. Right.
Time. So it is more time intensive. You mean to say MDG as a life cycle, right?
As a life cycle, yes. Now, this could be one reason, and the second reason is it's purely depend on the mindset of the decision maker. Probably he's already having a comfort hand in XYZ application. He would prefer to go with that. It's all about how much confident that you are. Now it's all about decision making thing, right? Now, when the company is trying to release a budget, okay, when the company is trying to release a budget to implement an ERP. Now, first question, okay, this is the budget what I have. Now, what ERPs I can implement it? They'll ask their first technology head to identify some ERPs and come back. He might take Voodoo, he might take SAP, he might take, Zoho,
I think those two reasons are fair enough to consider something outside the SAP ecosystem. So I think that's a fair answer.
These are the two. Yeah, these are the major two reasons. So, for example, I'm just telling you. For example, in Infosys, there was a guy from SAP. I don't remember his name is Rahul. Someone who is the founder of S4 HANA technology. He's the brain behind that. Okay. So he was appointed as a CEO in Infosys.
That's great.
Okay. So the moment he appointed as a CEO, he implemented everything in SAP within Infosys itself. SAP HR, SAP SuccessFactors, SAP Hybris, because he felt comfortable implementing SAP because he's coming from that family.
So Capgemini is, I think, very good. Who is using on the SAP ecosystem and all.
Correct.
But since I'm from non-SAP background, right? So I'm a bit skeptical because of my experience that I also carry. So 16 years is.
I don't think you need to have a question on that. I see with the kind of background what you just mentioned. You should be having a valuable position in the data space. I'm not saying it's a separate, but a valuable space in data. Now, the company who is implementing MDG, the major challenge what they face in implementation is to translate the business problems into the functional part of it. They have this express problems, can I implement it? Right?
Yeah.
First, the decision making is more important, and later it comes as a technical part.
Correct. Yes. Correct.
So if I have to tell you whether can you position yourself in SAP MDG implementation projects? Definitely, I would suggest you have two roles. One from a technical side of SAP, right? Who manages SAP MDG functional part. Or who manages the solution part, SAP solution
architect part, right?
Solution architect.
Solution architect. So I can more relate to that path, the solution architect path, given the recent experience that I have, right? So I think that suits much to my profile, right?
Yes, that suits. Yes, apart from that, there would be another profile which you can also see yourself into, the data architect. Not SAP solution architect, but the data architect, because the only difference between SAP solution architect versus data architect is, in SAP solution architect, you need to know about much more models within SAP space. You need to know more products from SAP.
I think the difference is between using a SAP ecosystem and a non-SAP ecosystem.
Correct. Right. So you need to know more about the integration touch points, the pros and advantages and concerns about other objects. You need to know about it. And the data architect, probably you need to more on the definitions of the data, right? Not on the technology part.
Correct. So one of the reason, if you ask me, right, why I was interested in pursuing this training and this thing, right, on SAP MDG. One thing is because I clearly see that it opens the door wider across the industries compared to, let's say, Informatica MDM, because Informatica MDM has been the leader in MDM space so far. But I think SAP MDG is kind of giving more opportunities in this kind of, or rather a volatile world that we are witnessing. And the people who are working in MDG, mostly I can understand they are either from ABAP background or mainly the functional background.
Correct.
But since I am already from the data governance, MDM, and data quality background, I think I can learn this. And give a boost to my profile. So that's the mindset I'm coming from.
Yes, definitely. See now, for example, just tell you a basic name and example, right? For example, a person who is driving the same Hyundai car, he might get 30,000 salary.
Correct.
But if he does the same thing, probably a Jaguar or a Rolls Royce, he might be getting 80,000.
Yes, correct.
There is nothing that you are doing different here. But the platform that you are doing is different.
Correct.
Right?
So do you think that SAP MDG has that?
Obviously, right? It's kind of a Rolls Royce and ERP.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ask me the logical reason, when SAP was born somewhere in 1950s, 1957, when there is no era of internet browser. So starting from 1957 to 2014, there are so many things that SAP has done. And they have matured their application. Now, if a company don't know how to run a business, if they implement SAP ensures that the business is running on a right track. Right? That kind of a power it has. So on that note, again, it used to be too expensive and only last 3 years. But recently, SAP also addressed SAP business to address the mid-size markets as well. And they also come with the startup company. And for example, we have so many conversions what we do. A person who is doing a website development, right? You spend 5,000 rupees, a website will be developed. And these guys are underpaid.
Absolutely correct.
Right?
Yeah.
But the same web publications, if you develop in SAP, your package will come from 8 lakhs to 25 to 30 lakhs.
Such a huge difference.
Big spike. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So we identify those professionals who got stuck in their career with kind of an outdated technologies, or where there is no value for your effort.
Yeah.
We convert them to these kind of seasonal jobs.
Correct. Yeah.
That will definitely grow your career rapidly. That's what the aim that was the focus why we started this Trainex Academy.
No, I think that's a very good vision that you guys have. And I think earlier, I think Informatica MDM, not the IDMC SaaS platform, but the on-prem version of Informatica MDM, that used to be a gold standard earlier. But I think it is still not. I cannot say that it's there. Still, I think maximum companies are using that only. But I think it has other companies have also taken up, like Reltio and all. So Reltio, Atacama, and these are, and I think SAP MDG has gained a lot of traction very recently. In last maybe 1 year, 2 year, I think. So
Yes. See, there are so many MDG consultants who just converted them from ABAP to MDG, SD to MDG. By just knowing basic ABCD of MDG, but not in depth.
My experience and profile is like that. I have to go in depth. If I do not go in depth, it will be not helpful then. So if I target the solution architect profile for the SAP MDG, do I also need to learn the OOPS programming, ABAP programming, and all, or just the
No aspects
high
will be
level,
development here.
or basics will suffice?
High level basics will be suffice. I mean, you don't need to. I mean, for example, as an architect,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, as an architect, I
it's,
should know the basics. I agree to that. Yeah.
for example, if I'm having an architect in my project, I would be expecting if I am taking a problem in front of my architect, he should be telling me a solution along with the amount of time it takes to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I would expect from any solution, right? But he cannot say, I'm thinking I need to check with my developers and come back about it. No.
Mm. So you are trying to say that the knowing the basics and at least how to debug uh, uh, if there is a issue, right, or if it gets logged out, right? So then in that case, I should know how to debug or how to understand.
See, basically,
where
is
the
given a requirement, you should be able to give effort estimation. You're not supposed to be dependent on these things, right? I mean, as a solution architect, you are saying you are coming from Capgemini, right?
yeah.
What your role would be? Your role will be at the high level as a solution architect. Let's say if someone is trying to do an RFP for a project.
Mm-hmm.
The account manager or the salesperson or pre-sales guy will come and approach you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an RFP I got from the customer. Can
Correct,
you
correct.
give me an answer, right? Solution for that and effort estimation about it? And
Yeah.
how much of team strength you require?
Correct.
Based on that, I'll be able to calculate the total cost.
Correct. Yeah.
This is what a solution architect would be required.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, probably you might not able to be in a solution architect position from a day one in the project.
Mm-hmm.
But at least one or two projects you should be able to do. I mean, you should be execute a functional consultant role to understand the entire life cycle of a project.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that I will kind of target the functional part as well as the technical part. In ABAP, I'm not planning to go deep dive. I'll tell you honestly, but on a high level, how it works, how basic debugging can be done, right? So I'm actually also trying to filter what not to do, because that's more important in this. That is more important in this overloaded information world, right? So
yeah. See, generally for the functional consultant and solution consultants,
yeah,
we recommend to avoid the technical part.
is it? But I might be wrong, but since you're from SAP background, you will be correct person to tell. So I hear that functional space is much crowded with the MBA folks and all, and since it is not technical, right, it is comparatively easy, and there is a lot of competition in the functional space. So while in technical, it's more valued because of the complexity and uh, I mean, yeah, I might be wrong, but you will be the right person to answer.
See, I would say it's purely opinion based, but ultimately, I would recommend the any person who is having a
Hello. Yeah, sorry for that. So I was saying that the content. No, that's literally so.
Hello, am I audible?
But can you mute yourself? No, I'm able to hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, see, yes. Apu,
Yeah,
I
Anvesh,
started my career as a basis consultant, okay?
Okay.
Coming from an ECE electronics background, I started my career as a basis consultant. And then I moved into coding. And then I made integrations. That has given me an opportunity to get into multiple functional parts, right? Now, in a project, I would be able to understand the effort that it takes from basis, the effort it takes from a development point of view, the effort it takes from a functional point of view, and the effort it takes from a PMO point of view.
Yeah, so you know in and out of the life cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the journey what I had, it was not planned, but I think I'm fortunately blessed to have that journey.
Yeah.
And in case if someone is beginning their career, I would recommend to follow the same journey because I see the other consultants, I can always differentiate myself with all other SAP consultants. That I mean, I have horizontal knowledge across all the modules.
Sorry, can you repeat that last line?
I have an horizontal knowledge in SAP.
Yeah, I think
Plus,
that's
as well
very
as the vertical deep
premium
knowledge,
actually.
some of the, I mean, it's not about the seniority, Apur, that's what I'm saying. The kind of roles that I have executed has given me this privilege of, understanding each and every module. Because I put myself into a risk shoe in joining a startup company, right? And there I had to execute the pre-sales role, PM role, delivery management.
No, I
As
think
a
you have been doing some excellent work, and
yeah, I mean, it's all. That's what I'm saying, Abdul.
and
It's
you
all
would be surprised if I tell my story, right? You would be a little surprised. I started my career with IBM mainframe. You know, I have been to UK. At that time when I moved to UK, but currently I'm in India only. But when I moved to UK, I saw people working on IBM mainframe. But I moved out of IBM mainframe thinking that what will be the future of mainframe. So starting 4 or 5 years, I was in IBM mainframe. Then I moved to ETL, Informatica, then data lake, data warehousing, data quality, uh, data governance, MDM. And recently it's been Atacama, OneTrust and all. And recently also implemented data lake as well. And I've extensively used APIs and all. So I've been a hands-on person throughout, but yeah, as an architect, I understand the end-to-end flow being part of our data governance framework. How does a framework work? And now it's more of an enterprise architect level of thinking, right? Wherein even on the modeling terms, you think of enterprise data modeling, right? So I'm just thinking that I worked on kind of different tools, technologies, platforms, starting IBM mainframe, and now I'm thinking of into SAP, right? I just hope that the decision is right and it takes me in the right direction. So what would you suggest as an architect? I should target technical, functional, or both? Because I have also been kind of a horizontal guy so far.
See, it's all about, you're comfortable towards the technical part, right? If you're comfortable in understanding the technical part, definitely you can get into SAP ABAP because it's a very user-friendly language, right? It's like you select the data from that database and put it to this table, right? The statements I mean, you can read the statement. It's not like has dot include dot STI to Studio H. It's not like that kind of the jargons what we see in C and Java language.
Yeah.
Right?
So only programming. So I've done only two programming so far in my career. One is COBOL programming in IBM mainframe, and second is Unix shell scripting. That's it, and that too few years back.
No
So I've been looking to Python scripts
programming.
recently. Recently, I've been looking to Python scripts, but on a high level. Yeah.
Got it. No problem. I think once you have some
But
kind
yes,
of programming
my
background.
mindset is a problem-solving mindset, and I work on the mappings and all that are there in either Atacama, Informatica, right? So
Right.
still a architect or a lead kind of role that I'm performing. Moreover, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I would suggest being an SAP consultant coming from SAP background.
Yeah.
Definitely having a tag of SAP will keep us in differentiating in multiple aspects. Even further, for example, AI is coming and it is trying to eat the jobs of all the IT jobs. SAP will be standing outside of it because kind of an SAP code is very private.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And even today also I was trying to have today's here. You ask the chat GPT directly, can AI replace SAP ABAP developers? The answer, the chat GPT says no.
It is saying gradually getting customized. I checked for ABAP as well. So I've done a lot of research through this Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini. I've asked many questions what I'm currently asking you, because see, you have the real on ground experience, right? So there is nothing AI that can replace a real hard owned experience, right? So
See now, let's say that AI is not there.
so when I asked Claude and Gemini, I think ChatGPT also mentioned very clearly that you don't need ABAP if you are going into a senior architect role or kind of an enterprise SAP MDG architect role. You have your enterprise data modeling, you have your enterprise data governance, you have your data quality, and you have your enterprise master data management centralized, both data as a product wherein data mesh architecture is there, right, which is decentralized, and also the customer 360 view, which is a centralized platform. So it clearly mentioned on a high level, if you know ABAP, that would be sufficient. You don't need to go deep dive, and you can target kind of a techno functional role as an architect or an enterprise architect. You can target.
See, that's I would say 90% role. Now, as a person, as a data scientist, right? I also executed my career about 2 years as a data scientist consultant.
You have been working as a scientist.
Data scientist role.
Okay. That's great. That's great.
It's a fancy tagline what that position.
Exactly, that's a very fancy tagline.
Right? But I would say end of the day, it's a technical. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, what we do as a data scientist, we have some kind of tools. We feed the data into those tools. Now, system has to propose some mathematical algorithms where you see the real insights of the data. Okay. So, for example, formula is giving the formula is giving the error percentage is 80.
Yeah.
And formula B is giving 70. Formula C is giving 85.
Yeah.
Right? So we need to put various combinations of these formulas. We don't develop this formula. We need to apply these formulas and see if I can get the maximum error percentage. Now, if something is giving me 90, then I'll pick up that formula and I'll apply it. Okay, now how these formulas are being developed is developed by AI already. Same thing happens when you ask an AI in the future, it will give a piece of code.
Yeah.
But it will not 100% fit into your requirement.
Yeah.
You try to apply that and see if the requirement.
Yeah, I used to check like this for mainframes, because mainframe has been kind of a main rock, right, of IT.
Correct.
So for the banking, because I work mainly with the banking.
SAP was initially developed by IBM mainframes itself, right? There is something called R1 and R2 of SAP.
Oh.
R2 architecture and R1. I mean, when there is no ABAP stack, initially it was developed by IBM mainframes.
Is it?
And the founder of SAP is coming from IBM mainframe itself.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So the backbone of IBM is the backbone for SAP.
So Anvesh, what should I target then? Should I target as a starting?
I would recommend Abu. You can start yourself as a functional consultant for the first 1-2 positions till you get the confidence. Right? And from the third and fourth project, you can target the architect. This would be the safest approach.
So starting with the functional and then gradually moving into the technical, right?
Not technical, solution architect. Yourself technical.
Okay. I should not fit myself into technical, right? You are saying?
No.
But still, you think I would be able to differentiate from the already MBA folks who are into SAP MDG functional? I mean, they are already having so much of MDG functional knowledge, right?
See now,
Or is it like the opportunities are quite vast?
let me tell you, right? So, I mean, the moment I complete my graduation,
Hmm.
I was known as a graduate in IT.
Hmm.
Okay. But the moment if you give me inside of the motherboard, I cannot go and understand the chipping and motherboard concepts in electronic communications. Now this
So basically, you are saying
MBA
that's
graduates
the
also
basics
coming
to
from
start. You are saying that is
the
the
MBA graduates also coming from the same thing. Now in MBA you have only three things, right? You have MBA finance, you have MBA HR. And recently got MBA into the sales and risk management. But earlier you do not have these kind of roles. For example, you have SAP production planning.
Yeah.
Okay. Which graduation courses giving you knowledge in production planning? None of the graduation courses giving you that knowledge. It's something that you go and learn it. You experience it, right?
Correct.
So
No. My question was mainly around.
What I'm trying to say is it's not about MBA graduates, and it's about the domain experience what they got.
Yeah. So my question was mainly not around the MBA folks. It was mainly around the non-tech guys who are already into MDG functional role, right? So because if I do that, I will be mainly competing with those guys, right?
Correct. You would be competing with them, yes. And I think you should be able to differentiate yourself more compared to this functional consultants with the domain, with the data domain experience what you already have,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
You would be equal and also you will be able to stand out separately.
Okay, so I don't need to separately see on MDG technical side, right? Then,
Yes, you don't need to.
because since I already bring that experience of DG, DQ, MDM, right? That's why.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay. And this role takes forward as an architect or then a principal architect and so on and so forth, right?
Yes, it would be on on a next level to the PMOs, close to the delivery heads. Probably it's kind of an ownership over delivering a project, right? You will be getting into that kind of role.
I worked on a small project for around a couple of years, which involved EDI, electronic data interchange, and it had data transformation like EDI Fact, X12, and SAP IDOC. It was a B2B data interchange. So I have a little idea, not much, that about SAP IDOC, about the data transformation and how the B2B exchange happens, right? And in IDOC, X12, and EDI Fact.
Right.
So I think okay. So inside this functional module, right? What all specific module I should target?
You should be targeting some part of the sales and distribution because you're dealing with customers and vendors, right? Order to cash life cycle.
Order to cash lifecycle. Okay. Any specific module you would recommend so that I can distinguish myself from the crowd, or I can go in a space where there is kind of less competition, where the demand is more and maybe the supply is less?
So the only positions, those kind of positions is solution architect roles. Because let's say if we are having the technical role requirements 3 to 5 years or 5 to 7 years or 8 to 10 years. Basically, the understanding from a consulting company is okay, if the candidate is available, let's onboard him first. We know how to get the things, get them work.
Correct.
That's the typical mentality of any project. I mean, any project managers or any kind of the consulting company.
Correct.
Because end of the day, you have a problem. Something is not working. Your code is not working. You have SAP community. You have multiple people who help you in the SAP platforms. Okay.
Correct.
And you'll be able to complete it by spending probably 3 to 4 hours. But the solution architect kind of a roles will actually, make sure that the project might get success or get failure. It's purely depend on the solution.
So it's a basically high risk, high reward kind of
Yes, exactly.
thing, right? High visibility role, right?
Exactly. Now here people will not compromise, hiring a candidate. They will exactly check the pulse of the candidate, how much knowledge that they have in the domain space, data space, integration space, people management space, right? The risk management, problem statement, solutioning, all these things will be evaluated. Right? So with the kind of experience what you have, if you want to differentiate yourself separately, and for the demand, the lack of supply is in the architect roles.
Architect roles. Any specific module in SAP I can target or learn to do that? Or you think this MDG functional would be sufficient, you think?
Now, the way it works in SAP is, whenever you are dealing with any specific niche modules, for example, transport and management, human capital management, Ariba, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So having that knowledge would be sufficient. Okay, that specific module you need to have knowledge. But if you are going to implement kind of an S4 implementation greenfield, you should be having a knowledge in SD, HR, finance.
Yeah,
the integration of all this cross
I think that
modules.
takes years of experience, right? I think.
Yes, that takes a lot of project experience. From there we will learn it.
Correct.
So
I think with my
experience, we are not getting into those kind of the traditional positions, but rather we are getting into this kind of niche modules. Data and MDG knowledge will be sufficient to execute this solution.
Yeah. So I was just checking with the chat GPT. It was suggesting, I think one was SAP GTS, Global Trade System. Another was EWM.
I think you should not be getting into all those things. I know what ChatGPT does.
Yeah, it kind of hallucinates a lot.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure that whatever experience I've got, right, I should be able to take that experience forward and then build on top of it rather than building from scratch. So I think that's where you are saying SAP MDG functional, right?
Right.
Okay. So in this, in the learning that you guys provide, right? So for me, you guys only will be teaching MDG functional. That's it, right? No MDG technical, correct?
See, we will be teaching the technical in the last two sessions.
Okay.
But I would recommend people who are not looking for technical roles not to join the sessions. Because see, there is no difference in the payment. And people will join into the sessions and obviously lose their confidence level that, hey, I'm not able to do this piece of code.
Into technical.
Yeah. I mean, you're not meant to be technical, but people attend the technical course also. And they will automatically reduce the confidence level on the subject. Right? So that is
maybe it is a little complex, that's right.
I mean, see, that's required a mindset to understand. Probably you might understand you're coming from Unix background, you have some maintenance development, integration knowledge. That's okay for you in case you want to attend. But there are people who are coming from completely non-development roles.
Correct.
For them, it will look like a big jargon. It looks like a big rocket science. Rebuilding whatever the variables.
So if I target MDG functional, right, it should be sufficient to elevate my profile, right, overall.
Yes.
And give me some good opportunities. True. And but one thing that I'm skeptical, right? I mean,
I think you need to close this fast here.
Yeah. I'll not take much time. Not maybe more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So, how would I be able to differentiate from the folks who are already in MDG functional? So that part I I got a little understanding, but not completely. So is it due to the number of opportunities that there are many opportunities for MDG functional, and the people who are there in MDG functional, they are comparatively less in number? Is that the criteria, or how would I be able to differentiate if I learn MDG functional is what I'm trying to understand in a better way. Yeah, I think this would be my last question. Yeah.
I already mentioned that MDG functional roles would be one for five. Because in a project, you have one functional consultant where there will be five developers.
Five technical persons, right?
That's how it will be built, right? It's not about MDG. For reference, you take any project. Obviously, there will be one functional requirement to connect with the client and translate the requirement. To develop the custom functionalities, we might require 3 to 4 developers. Right? This is something which will be a common definition, common principle how consulting works. Now, when this is related to data, right, into S4 conversion project, the only differentiation factor what you have to turn out or to shortlist your profile is a vast experience which you're already carrying, like 15 years into data space. That's one thing different as a value for your profile.
Okay.
Right? And second thing, the functional part of enter MDG plus data connectors. Like interfaces, IDOCs, whatever we are talking about, already have some experience. The field mapping, the value mapping, all those things. From integration point of view. That integration will also keep you as a separate person compared to like the function consultants. Because if you're beginning in functional consultants, they will be not able to see the different directions of a data. They'll only see from one direction. That's where I see you'll be able to position yourself different to a regular functional consultant.
No, I think what you are saying makes sense. So let's say if I learn this particular course, right? I go ahead and I learn it. So after learning it, ideally, how much experience should I show in as a SAP MDG functional guy? Overall of, let's say, 16 years. Should I show 3 years, 4 years? I mean, how much would be?
You should be showing 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Right?
And how many live projects we'll be doing in this training?
We'll be doing 2 live. I mean,
2 live. Okay.
One project I'll be doing it, another project I'll be asking you to do it.
I will be doing. Okay. The guy. Okay. I think that's fine. Anvesh, thanks for your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have a follow-up call in 2 minutes.
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.